Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Afternoon FM. Today, I'm joined by Dan Morales.
Hello.
Filmmaker, cinematographer, plethora of things. Just met this man maybe an hour ago.
Yeah.
And we're going to get a little bit into his head and his experiences in his life. Dan, thank you for joining me.
Of course, of course. Is that coming out of your, old radio?
Yes, bro, it's possessed.
That's
I met
cool.
a shaman in Haiti, and I was walking around with a record player trying to sell this record player.
You're
in
not
Haiti.
actually kidding. Of course you're not.
I'm
All right,
dude.
cool.
I was walking around with a record player in Haiti, and then I was like, "Shaman, please, could you buy this?" And he was like, "I'm gonna do you one better." And then he possessed it so it could connect to Bluetooth. I don't know if it was a wiring thing or I don't know if it was magic, but yeah, the shaman. But then that one broke, and I got this one off of Amazon for like $80.
God damn it. God damn it. You had me. You had me for a second.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, so maybe he bought it off a guy just walking in the street somewhere. Maybe that's totally possible.
No, bro, don't ever trust those. If there's ever a crackhead that comes up to you with
Nah, maybe you were a music festival.
you know
or
how
something.
much Ralph Lauren Polo cologne that I've been trying to that they've tried to sell me in the fourth ward, but I'm just trying to get a White Castle at 4:00 in the morning. First of all, why do the crackheads always have cologne, bro? Wait, you eat? Of course I eat White Castle, bro. What is this? This is an arbitrary question. Look at me.
Why White Castle though?
White Castle's actually it's not delicious. You know what the crazy?
Is that your favorite one?
No,
your favorite fast food?
God, no. This is actually a separate podcast. It's called not a podcast. It's a show called Hood Famous. I accidentally shout out to Cynthia Pagan and Jonathan Page. We went to a chicken spot at midnight, and I was just I was taken aback by how crazy the situation was, and I did a TikTok for it, and it went viral. So the whole city has seen the stupid TikTok of me just being drunk, getting fucking chicken with John at midnight, and
it's the best time to be.
It's parlayed into a show. That's actually why I got the A7S. Yeah, it's been cool. Shout out to Marvin Perdomo and Bravely.tv,
cool.
which is producing this foray into culinary journey, bro. But it's gonna be a fun one. It's crazy, bro, because we went to this spot. It was one of Marvin's breakfast spots. I was like, dude, you gotta check out DJ Deli. And I showed the guy the TikTok. He's like, oh, dude, you could come into the kitchen anytime. So that's probably gonna be the first one that we're gonna go and shoot. I think it's this Saturday or Sunday. But we're gonna shoot the first episode of this thing called Hood Famous, which is kind of the visual version of this podcast. But I don't know the format yet. You know what I mean? It's weird because
the way you wanna, I guess.
I watched a shitload of Anthony Bourdain, and I really like the show Louis.
Cool.
I don't know if you ever watched.
I never watched the show Louis.
You should watch Louis, bro. Louis is a beautiful show.
Cool. Good to know.
Yeah, man.
Do you know the way you want the it edited down? Story wise.
The thing is it's a mix between the way I've pieced it down, and I'm trying to develop the show.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to podcast until maybe 8 months ago, and I've had
totally fine
over 52 people, and it's been fucking great. It's one of the most rewarding experiences I've had in my life. Is getting to know every creative in this fucking area, and it's been you know what I mean? It's people have it's just wonderful. Everybody's a snowflake, and not in the way you're snowflake, you're a fucking snowflake. No, everybody's a snowflake, and they have their own unique pattern and their own thing, where it's this journey shaped this person, and it's wonderful, and you're in a privileged position to even listen, because it's these are people that are in your presence, bro. You know what I mean? You get to to quote Eric, bro, you get to breathe their fucking air. Like, you know, like, shout out to Rashad, bro. Rashad got a WBGO interview this week, bro, and he was fucking sick, bro. He ended up on NPR.
Hey.
And fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like, we got to fucking be in the same, and we got to absorb these people, bro. It's like sunlight that's going to other plants, you know what I mean? It's wonderful in that sense, man. And it's just this energy we're all chasing after, and it's all like, everybody's all
like you feel involved in those stories.
Yeah, bro. Not even necessarily involved.
Not involved, but like you feel a little bit a part of it in a way.
I get to listen to somebody's story, and it's not on like a grounds of like a therapist is there because you're paying them $40 an hour.
Yes. Nobody's
paying me to do this. I enjoy doing this shit.
It seems like you do. It seems like you like just sitting here and just listening. It's music.
Yeah,
and it's not as hot anymore. I feel like right now. I think it's just because we're just sitting.
Winter was great. Winter was
Winter was great.
No, winter was great. It's just like, actually, winter was the reason this like started to really like pop, because like I do photography, and my daily thing is going and getting a piece of photography like every day, where it's like I'll go and I'll notice somebody, I'll notice a piece, and I'll try to get the most of the piece that I can get and that day. And like, you know, they're very passive, they're never modeled, and my camera broke, bro. I had an iPhone. It's still broken. I still use it, but I had an iPhone SE. And it has like a single lens, and the lens got demagnetized. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. It's weird. It's a weird effect. I don't know if any photographers or anything are listening, but like the lens is trying to autofocus.
And it can't.
So there is a magnetic something in the iPhone thing that is like where it like snaps, where it's like, oh, like this is the focal length for this, and it just snaps. I hung out with my brother, and my brother does elevators, and I was filming him doing the elevators, and it's this the elevator is this huge magnetic force that is able to like lift up this fucking ton of a machine. And I was filming like a tutorial, and afterward, bro, all my shit was just like like the lens didn't know where to like latch.
Why?
So but it was cool for like 5 photos. I was like, yo, this is dope as shit. I'm about to be the craziest fucking out of focus photographer of all time, bro.
Out of focus photographer.
Bro. I was so happy. I was like, yo, this is great. These are like surrealist paintings. I was feeling myself. And then like somebody was like, yo, bro, can you see me? Can you like show me a video of like the studio? And I was like, yo, I gotta get a new phone.
It's so funny.
I'm like also pretty cheap. So I like waited a little bit on that, and
that's fine.
But I felt like depressed because like no matter like I had this like feeling. It's like going to the gym like every day and like running. You know what I mean?
Like you wanted to do it,
but you can't do it. You, like, you know what I mean? It's like the treadmill is like going in reverse. You know what I mean? And like you could run in reverse all the time, but you're just I mean, granted, you have some big ass back thighs, but you know what I mean? But like you're just running in reverse, you know what I mean? It's not really helping you, and you actually kind of look like, you know, not necessarily look like a chump, but it was just like, I don't know, there's that whole community on Twitter that's like, I like make shit for it because it's weird. Twitter's a weird platform, man.
That's another thing. I'm not on Twitter, and like, I just never understood.
I didn't understand it until a year ago. Like a year ago, I was on it for 9 years. I didn't understand what the fuck it was.
Like I just don't get it. So
you gotta find the community in it, bro. There are like I
is
understand
it more
Facebook
about
a little
me
bit.
Actually being involved in Twitter, or can I just like post?
You don't have to sit there and be like, fucking Trump's a piece of shit, or like, you know what I mean? Like there's like those people, bro. Those people exist, and it's a very political platform. And then there is like, but there are all these subsects per thing, right? Like there's film Twitter, and there's like, you know what I mean? Like I used to think that Twitter was just like where it was just like,
is it like Reddit?
A little bit like there's sub communities of it, but there's no ordained community of it. Like, so say when you're on a subreddit, and then you see like the same person posting. You know, right? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, fucking, you know, Shitty Watercolor is doing his thing. Right? And he posts our art all the time. Right? it's not you're on our art.
Yeah.
It's that you're on, you follow enough people in the photography community that you're just going to see people who are doing photography.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't get a single political post. I mean, I get like maybe like once in a while, like Elon will end up on the feed. But it's like, you know, it's just photography. And it's just people, and if you're going and you're interacting within the community, people start to notice your shit. And then now it's like, you know what I mean, I'll like post something and it's like people have like when somebody is having their own experience to your own pieces, bro, that's really where it is. That's like the best. It's the best. That's what I got into.
That's what I mean. I just feel like Instagram, it tends to go away very quickly.
Well, it's your friends.
Yeah.
It's your friends and it's your
friends
local community. It's different.
I don't even get the Explore page either, and it's just like...
No, fuck that, bro. You can't chase... You ever see the South Park episode where it's the Guitar Hero shit?
I actually never got into South Park.
Never got into South Park.
Never got
what
into
are
South
you
Park.
into, bro? All right, let's learn a little bit about yours. Dan is 23 years old.
Yes.
He's a recent MSU grad. He is a director of photography last year. Yeah, last year,
recent.
Which is recent.
Yes. I'm just saying specifically what it was last year.
You're 23 years old, you're a director of photography at MSU. And, alright, so tell me a little bit about your life first. Let's get a little, let's get some grounding.
We can start off with, like, how I started this, which was basically, I was 16. Mine isn't very exciting, but I was 16.
Oh, nuts.
Thanksgiving. My mom gives me like this, just a camera, just Nikon 3500D, I think.
What, like a DSLR?
Yeah.
Your mom gives you a DSLR.
She gives me that, and I go into the house, and she's like, just take pictures. You know, you're in a thing. It's fine. You're in a class. Sorry, not in a thing. Oh my god, class.
Well, she put you in a photography class.
No, I put myself in the class, but I was starting to learn, so I wanted the pictures just for the class.
So she gives you a 3500.
Yeah, she gives me a 3500.
And then you got like fascinated with it.
I did. I looked at it. I looked at automatic, and I was like, I could probably do manual.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Some way. I feel like if I'm holding this, I have the phone. Yeah, but like let's just do that. So I spent like a good majority of the night on the couch, just like researching how things work. So I was like, what does shutter do? Like, what does this F thing mean? Like, what does this ISO mean? So like I just spent the majority of the night just fooling around with like what exactly all three of them mean to do like a one job thing.
Yeah.
And I think I landed with one photo of a cannoli. Like that was decent. That was decent. Not good.
Do you still have this photo of the cannoli?
I do have the photo of the cannoli.
Yeah.
I do have the photo of the cannoli. It's not cannoli. It's cannolis. It's like a platter, I think. Yeah, I remember that. And then I went back
Did you ever
next year.
As an NFT?
The cannoli.
I think you should, bro.
The cannoli.
Yeah.
The cannoli would be interesting. Yeah, that'd be fun. NFTs have gone kind of down, right?
I don't know. Fuck the whole economy.
Fuck the whole economy.
Fuck the whole economy, bro. The U.S. dollar is down, bro.
Yeah.
It's $1.50 for an Arizona iced tea, bro. We have like 5 weeks until the fucking city hall is being looted for gold. I don't know if they have gold in City Hall. Do you have gold?
Everything is pretty damn expensive.
Yeah, like, everything's a little...
Everything is expensive. I was talking to a friend about...
Stay on topic. We're on the cannolis.
Right, cannolis. Jesus. Cannolis.
Because we'll go into this plethora of how
we're going to go
America
into different avenues
bro.
And stuff. We're going to go into the avenue of how America's failing.
That's a whole other podcast.
So, cannolis. How creepy are cannolis? So
that was your first piece.
First piece was that the class that I was in was high school, and they actually had like photos of the weeks where I think they say photo of the week, but they would have photos. So photos of the week, we'd like compete, even though we wouldn't say compete.
Yeah.
We just like all give our like photo of the week, and then we'd all like you'd have to do it first of all for a grade.
Yeah.
So either way, you got to do it. put it on the board, and then we all like choose like why this one was good, why this one was like not bad, but it could be better, and there are like other ones better than this one. Like there was just always that like top 3 visual photos of like the week from other people. So my cannoli won. My cannoli won that day. Let's go with the cannoli.
Shout out to Carlos Bakery. I don't know. Having the most sexy fucking cannolis.
It's just like shout out to Lala, my aunt.
Your aunt made these cannolis?
Nah, she bought the cannoli.
She bought the
cannoli. So,
okay. All right.
Wherever she got the cannolis from.
Shout out to Dan's.
So, more photo weeks
set him
happen.
on the path for life by buying these cannolis.
Just like now, I need to get cannolis for like all of my entire life.
Dude, that should be your fucking like logo. I don't know if you. Yeah, dude. Well, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Actually, that one's my logo.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is like. That looks like.
People.
This is an audio-only podcast, but it looks a little bit like the Toy Machine.
Toy Machine.
I don't know if you're a skateboarder.
No.
But looks a little bit like the Toy Machine one. That's fucking dope, though, dude.
So I made that in 6th grade.
You made that.
Yeah, I made that in 6th grade.
Nice.
I made like a very simplified version of it, which is just like the shape.
What with the? Oh, all right. I was gonna say.
So, what do you see? Which, by the way, if you want to,
the shading on the fucking diamond is beautiful.
Yeah,
It looks a little bit like the Toy Machine thing, but it looks like. Are you a tourist by chance?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Like it looks like. What does it represent? Like in your eyes, is what like when you look at it. What does it look like? But no, people do that. People say that. People say that.
I don't know, man. It looks like an awakened bull.
You say a bull.
A little bit.
A bull is
because the horns a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say it looks like an.
So what I've always like seen it as is an angel. So this is the head, that's the body, these are the wings.
Oh, okay, I see that now.
Like you see that, but then like other people see the bull, which it took me a while to understand the bull. So I was like, that's the head, and these are the horns.
Yeah. I
get it.
Like you associate the head very fast because the head is a bigger object.
Yeah.
You wouldn't associate like
I see these as wings.
Farther piece, but the thing is that the two shapes are very congruent. This is a bad for audio podcast. Like what's it called? Everybody just pieces together. What's it called? But yeah, dude, like you see, like you associate the head as the bigger the thing. I think but that's like a design thing as well, man. Is that like the bigger the object is the thing that associates the most attention?
I get it.
I noticed the other one. I assume the other one was an eye, or maybe like a third eye.
An eye, okay.
Or not
That's
even
a new one.
No, I know, but like
That's a new one.
You have the two eyes, and then it's like, okay, this is like the head, and then this is like the. That's also a graffiti thing as well.
People also get like the Zelda emerald thing.
What do you mean?
Like
the Triforce?
The emeralds, just like the emeralds in general.
Oh, the rupees.
Yeah.
So you have the Nintendo Weaves, bro.
Nintendo Weaves, bro.
That's true.
Are they rubies and not emeralds?
Rupees, bro.
Really?
Rupees, 1,000
rupees, right?
Yeah, rupees.
Yeah, but
which is crazy because India just played Zelda and was like, "Yo, that's a great name for our shit." It's like, yeah, we just got it fucking 10,000 rupees.
Yes.
But you know what's crazy is that the rupees in Zelda are worth more than the rupees in India. You can have 1 billion rupees and like not even be able to buy like food and shit.
Technically, if rupees were a like multi-billion-dollar company.
Well, they are a multi-billion-dollar company.
Nintendo, oh yeah.
One of the richest dudes in Pakistan just died in a sub underneath the fucking.
See, okay, so I saw that, but I didn't really like go into details about like that stuff at all. I don't know who died. I don't know who mattered. I don't know.
Nobody matters, dude.
Like it just.
I don't matter. You don't matter.
Like
we're just here. Bro.
Yeah, I was just asking. I was like, who's that? Like, okay, why does this get media attention?
You ever look at what does a deer accomplish in its life?
I mean, it's a deer.
What does a deer accomplish in its life?
The music, I love it. It's just like,
What does a deer accomplish in its life?
fine. What does it accomplish? It accomplishes giving birth, maybe, or possibly walking across the street.
Exactly, dude. And that's all we're supposed to do. Actually, no.
Is possibly walk across the street. That's a good metaphor.
We have an innate thing to create shit.
Metaphor.
But at the end of the day, bro, you are no better than the deer. You know what I mean? It's like the deer is just doing
its thing,
grazing, it's shitting, it's fucking, it's sleeping. I don't even know what a deer sounds like. But the deer in itself is just a deer, and that's all the deer should be. And the deer maybe eliminates some fucking weird ass microbe, right? And you're doing director of photography, and I'm making this podcast and taking these photos, and I'm selling this weed. But it's like, this is just all we're supposed to do. It's nothing. There's no grand scheme.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's just all of this shit. It's this waking up and having these, not necessarily habits, but it's these rotations of the sun.
Yeah.
When I was growing weed, you have to open up the black box at 7 o'clock in the morning, right? And that's for the plants. You're on the clock of the plants.
Yeah.
Because you were in service to the plants. Because the plants are in service to you. You're in service to the world, and you're in service to this life that you've created. You know what I mean? A filmmaker has to work 12 hours a day on this fucking shit, right? And it's sometimes it's 6 hours a day just to get a 30-minute scene, or maybe 10 minutes, or even 5 minutes. 6 hours, bro.
Yeah.
To get 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? But you're in service to these things, bro. And it's that's really what it is, bro. That's just all it is. And there's no grand purpose, because none of this really matters. None of it matters, bro. It's really just us making the thing, and we have our little stamp in time, and at the end of the day, all of the shit that we're making is just a sandcastle. And you, the photo of the week, do you remember the other photos of the week?
Yeah, I remember some of them.
You remember some of them?
I remember some of them. Yeah, because that was junior year of high school, so I actually did 2 classes of photo the next year. I wasn't supposed to, but I asked if I could, just because photo 3 was more fun than photo 2 kind of thing. So I asked, and she got me through. Yeah, and then there was other photos. I had a different idea or tried to have a different idea every week. Sometimes I just shove people into snowstorms or rainstorms. Yeah, it was just interesting. It was an interesting time. Okay, there was just one that I did where I shoved a friend into literally a blizzard, but in the middle of the woods. So I would go out there, of course, but I gave them limited clothing.
Yeah.
Not they had one sweater and shit like that, but they weren't naked. That's not what I'm saying. But they had one sweater. Put them out there, and he just got buried in snow, and it was fun just to see the snow pile up on him, where he's just sitting there.
See, that's directing, bro. Was that your first instance of directing?
There's a lot of times I just directing is just very easy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's not new information where I can just I have this vision in my head.
Come on. Yeah,
just
let's do this.
I'm gonna tell you what I want, kind of thing, and just sit there and just look pretty. I used to do that with modeling. Now I don't really do modeling anymore. Not me as a model, but other people modeling for me. And then it was it's not really much of a story there. There's not really any substance to it. There's not any questions of what is this person doing? Where are we? Kind of what is this kind of shot telling you? Then the whole I don't know. I got into it with a couple friends of mine. We just went like camping, and I just decided to just take pictures of the moment and stuff, and then later I'll edit it to be a little more filmy, a little more dramatic kind of way. And I've been getting into that a lot. I've been getting into like editing grain a lot. Grain is so much fun.
It's beautiful, right? It's like a weird thing because it's a strange texture.
Yeah.
That's like underlying.
And it adds.
It does.
It adds. It doesn't like take away. It like adds to it.
Yeah.
In a really weird way. Like it just gives it. Yeah, just tiny bit.
Yeah.
Like it's not like perfect. Which is another thing which is fun, is that things are going.
So this is the way of complete perfection.
Yeah, like we went to complete perfection, but now we're going to like a lower.
I want it to be. Yeah, I want lower frequency.
Yeah.
Because this is like.
Which is why I think Fujifilm is like exploding right now.
I love Fuji, bro. Fuji got me back. It's like I had my Ursa. I had a Ursa. I had the big Ursa, the fucking studio camera, and I was the first. It was the best thing I've ever. One of the best things I've ever done in my life was get the Ursa. Was because the Ursa was such a huge camera. I had a Blackmagic Pocket.
Yeah.
And the Pocket was okay, but it has this battery issue where it's just ass. You have to like literally have it on the ground. But with the Ursa, you can just adapt to Anton power. So I got the Ursa, and the Ursa is such a heavy camera that you have to think about your frame.
Yeah.
And every frame, it's so heavy.
Yep.
That it's like, this is it. And I could do that. You could get a red MX1 and you're like, oh, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I got a red camera. You know what I mean? And people fucking do that. Ursa's just easy, man. It's not crazy expensive. But the second I had enough money, I bought an Ursa. And then I bought the Ursa Mini to fucking like have mobile shots. And I'm just done, man. I'm like, I'll rent shit if like we have a budget for it. But I really like just using my setup, man. I'm just like, because the thing is, regardless of wherever I'm at, in terms of budget, in terms of like connection or any shit, man, I'm gonna make my films. Like I'm gonna make films. I need to make these things. It's not like and I'll be able to do it. But the thing is, with the Fuji and photography in general, I had the film commissioner. Shout out to David Sean. I had the film commissioner on the fucking on the podcast, and he's a really great champion of film, bro. And he was just talking about how people stay creatively sane. So there's so much the problem with film, at least for me, because I'm so ADD that I'm like, fuck it.
Oh, just like make it.
Fucking go.
Kind of thing.
Fucking
Yeah,
go.
no.
Yes, fucking go. Like,
Yeah.
like, regardless of whatever this podcast content is, just fucking go.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's go, bro. Because like you have something to say. You know what I mean? Like I'm just happy that I can hear about your photos about Columbus. You know what I mean? Because I'm here to experience it.
Yeah.
It is a blessing to even experience, like to get a random person on the street, to get your photo of cannolis, to be able to experience all of this, everything, everywhere, all at once. Fucker's still a great name, but everything, you know what I mean. But experiencing all of it at once,
Fucker's
bro,
still a great
is
name.
fine. And you know what I mean. And it's a beautiful life because all we are is we're just deer, bro. You know what I mean? We're just deer, and like it's just a piece of grass for the day, but it's creative grass. But David was talking about being creatively sane, and the way I do it is that I maintain photography every day. I maintain it, and I don't care the medium of it. I used to be very particular. It used to be like it's weird, bro, because when I was your age, bro, I was 21. It'll be my 10th year. Roughly around this time, I've been in film for about 10 years now. And I realized that this was my path. And then I did like 2 years of schooling to being a filmmaker, and I've done a couple things. But I'm not like, I don't have like a Citizen Kane. I used to be like, I need to be fucking Citizen Kane, or I need to be more Scorsese by this age, or I need my Taxi Driver. You know what I mean? I need these things. And you don't, bro. You just need to be able to make enough things. Because their economy has completely changed. But you need to be able to like make your things. And make your things daily so you can continually flex this muscle of creativity, bro, and you'll be fine.
No, it is every day.
Yeah,
it is
good.
every single day. Because I do a lot of work that I get is like creative work. So it's like make a video for social media, make some thing for even just posting on mine.
Yeah.
If I don't have a photo idea, I have a video idea. The video's idea is there, then the video idea is always fucking there. The video thing, by the way, how I got into that was the same time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, how did you make the transition?
Same time.
Okay, so
It was at the same time. The reason
that's the directorial step is where you're directing the models.
Yeah.
But then you go into.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Same thing. The reason I took photo at the time was because I wanted to make YouTube videos. Like I wanted to do that, but like to do that, I need to know some of the things needed to make a video. So I learned how to edit like by myself. I learned how to take photos by myself, and I knew like how to take photos would probably help me in the video portion of things, which did. But then getting into like DP stuff or cinematography stuff, that's a harder transition. A little bit. It's easier because I know some stuff about photo stuff, and because of the photo like brain, it actually helps a lot with shot composition and lighting and yeah, it's very nice to just know already the shot, and all I really have to learn is just the intricate technical aspects.
Motion and the
yeah, like when to use. It's more about movement. That's another thing. I'm learning a lot about movement. I'm trying to stick with what I know for right now, but then also like including some movement stuff if I need to. I recently.
Hear something crazy?
What's up?
You gotta dance, bro.
You
gotta dance, bro.
Bro, I gotta dance.
I'm telling you, bro. Because you're a little bit younger, bro. I got 7 years on you. I don't know how long you've been in fucking school, but or maybe it's 7 years on you. You learn how to dance.
7?
No, I'm serious. Dancing with the subject. So.
Oh, of course.
In terms of photo.
Yeah.
And photography, general photography, I am a voyeur.
Yeah.
I am a voyeur. I am here and I observe you and I appreciate you as like somebody appreciates a flower.
Yeah.
But if you see something and you can anticipate, and you know the anticipation of the movie because you have to deliver it on the script, but you have to be able to dance. Like, all right, so like,
improv.
I shot a boxing film. Shout out to Vinny Velarde. I shot a boxing film.
Yeah.
And I had no brief. Nobody sent me an email. My buddy who actually did a podcast was just like, yo, we're shooting a boxing film. Just come on and fucking rock.
Just come on
and rock. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna come on and rock. Because you're setting up this whole boxing.
Yeah.
Whatever. What's it called? So I shot this boxing film. And boxing is a dance.
Yeah.
It's two people dancing while they're fighting. And you have to be able to and you'll be able to sync with these people. Because it's like you can keep the composition because you have that math. Yeah, are you good at math?
Maybe. Sort of. Probably.
It's a little bit like, I learned a lot that a lot of great cinematographers, man, they're really good at math because you can like calculate, not necessarily calculate the light, but you could be like, alright, this fucking like flag is gonna bring me down half a stop.
Yeah,
so
that
I
is
have to calculate the fucking 1.8. So it's like this weird mathematical problem.
It's that the equal sign. It tends to.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird
that is something that gets easier with time. It does. That's like.
But dancing with the subjects, bro, will help you with motion. So like, I take a figure drawing class now. That's why I actually shifted into like fine art because. I love the photos so much, bro.
Yeah.
I love them so much. But like, if I'm here, right, and I don't like, I could either go and I can pull a fucking LED right now. It's an audio.
Yeah.
Podcast, but I could pull an LED and I could like put it on you, and I could sit here and I could photograph you, and here's fucking Dan sitting on the couch like this, right? Or I can like You know what I mean? It's weird because I'm gravitating a little bit more towards animation of it, but the motion and seeing where the subjects go and tracking them and just feeling the moment, like you should like. There's a dance has that a lot, where if you dance with people and you like understand where like the movements go, it's like how a bachata moves or how this other thing moves.
Yeah.
And
I can
just grasp it internally.
Yeah, no,
it'll help you.
The faces also is another thing that I know very well. It's just like when the particular emotion in like a shot is like represented by a person. Like I know when like someone's just like, you look like you're dying. You look like you're constipated. This one looks like you're. Did someone bite you? Did someone bite your ass before you took this picture? Like there are just times where I'm like, you're faking. Like you know when someone's faking.
Yeah.
And then there's other times where people like pretend to not fake.
You're in the moment.
Yeah. And you're like, all right, yeah, like that person enjoyed that time with that other person. I guess the whole like modeling photo stuff helped for a while. Is that like I was with someone else, like they had to trust me with.
It's the closest thing to an actor.
Yeah.
Acting is weird.
And it's the acting, by the way. Acting. I did a class of acting too. Because again, like everything that I did up to like to do like one thing, to just make a video. It's like, what does it require? It requires to edit. You need a camera, audio. So it's like you need to learn these different fucking things just to make this one thing. So that's why junior year I took a photo class, I took an art class, and I took a video class. And then the following year I took 2 photo classes, 1 art class, and then another video class. And then in Montclair, I was just focused on film because it's college. Yeah, and it's not like I didn't like produce a lot. In senior year of high school, I produced like a bunch of game shows for it. Like I got the principals to like come in, and then they played like Super Smash Brothers or like Tetris. I think they played Mario Kart too. And I just like produced like a whole little game show, and I edited on like a Lenovo like brick of a piece of shit laptop. And like
This is a school laptop?
No, it's mine.
Oh, right.
It's mine. It's a piece of crap. But it's fine. It got the job done. We crash every like 10 minutes. Huh?
What were you using?
Premiere.
Premiere.
Yeah. So like Premiere, I know back of my fucking Premiere. I love Premiere. I recently switched to DaVinci because
everybody's telling me about this.
Do that.
Do I start with DaVinci?
Do it. Do it. Just.
I'm in Final Cut now, and I'm like, all right.
You can transition. You can transition. It's okay. That's fine.
Let's just go straight to DaVinci.
You can no.
Yo, shout out to Black Magic, bro. They fucking won.
Like
they won, bro.
The color grading on DaVinci is so intricate and detailed, and I love it. It's like I'm editing a photo. Like that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to like edit the frame the way I edit intricately on like a photo program, and DaVinci is like that program. And then also it is Premiere, but it also is a little bit of After Effects. But it's Premiere if Premiere was smart.
Premiere was smart. With photo editing? Yeah.
They know
just sliders.
Yeah, no, it's not even that. It's they have things already built in to DaVinci that would take you 5 minutes to do on Premiere. Like they just have like one-time buttons. Like they have like insane
like Snapseed.
It's not even like the snap thing. It's like here's I don't know if Premiere has this or Final Cut for that matter, but if I want to make a cut, say there's let's say one shot. Say I wanted to make a cut. Here's the beginning of the timeline. A cut in the middle, but also delete what is before it. I want deleted what's before it, but I also want the thing that is in the weird space to come back to the zero of the timeline. That's what I want. I want this part deleted, but I also want the second part to come back at the same time.
Oh, I see.
Like that is a thing that you could do with one button.
Oh, okay.
You just press control
Final
shifts.
Cut sucks with that shit because Final Cut will give you like this blank space.
Yeah.
And then, you know what's weird, bro? Is I fucking edit more.
Premiere does the same thing. And all you gotta do is just click it and delete.
What do you mean? Well, where it gives you a fucking like a blank space?
Once you delete that, like whatever is deleted is just that blank space, and all you gotta do is just bring back whatever you had forward. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So timeline,
Yeah.
shot. You want this to come here, but you want this to be deleted. So to do that all at the same time.
I'm like trying to visually piece this together.
Here, let's. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to look at it. If you look at a timeline, let's say you're looking at me, so I'll go the opposite.
Okay, all right.
I'll go the opposite, left to right.
Yeah, it gives me like a little fucking anchor point, and then it's like a black space.
Yeah, the black space.
And then I delete the black space, but the problem is I delete the black space, then the audio is like.
What do you mean?
Like it's just like out of sync, and then I gotta resync it.
You have to link them.
No, fuck that, man. I hate that like intricacy of it. You know
Yeah, that's what editing is.
Fucked up with me, bro.
Yeah.
Like I end up making. Bro,
It's not that I like editing, by the way.
No, I hate editing.
No one likes to edit.
I love editing when it's a piece that needs to be.
Yeah, I get it.
That's the only time, like,
Yeah.
if somebody, even photos, which is fucked up because I like doing the photos, because photos are a little bit easier for me to, I can be like,
Yeah.
I can make finite decisions really
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
The cool thing about doing the photos every day is that I'm very definitive. I'm like, yo, like, this is the shot, this is all the shot's gonna be. This is the shot, this is all that shot's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, fuck it, cut it. You know what I mean? And I'm done. You know what I mean? That instead of like
you just want to get stuff out.
but this is Highland, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Instead of like having that fucking weight, there's a weight that comes with filmic pieces.
Yeah.
There's a weight that comes with me because it's like serving pieces of food.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, like I can make a spaghetti carbonara, and my spaghetti carbonara is like a homeless guy in Patterson scratching a lottery ticket. It's probably gonna be the piece today. But you know what I mean? That's
Which is probably going to be a piece I want to go make right now.
But you know what I mean? He's got dirty ass fingernails.
Yeah.
That's my spaghetti carbonara. And it's all the spaghetti.
That's it.
Spaghetti carbonara with
Yeah.
Zeitoun's.
Yeah.
Fucking Italian restaurant. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's all the spaghetti carbonara is, right? Like, with filmic pieces, is like, this is like my liquid olive.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fucking Ferran Adria at a bouillie where I'm like, this is like a piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have so much weight with my filmic pieces that I don't go. That's why I understand why Tarantino has like 9 films or 10 films or whatever the fuck it is. That's 10 films. Fucking like I get that. Like I get why he's so, because they're like albums. I like shorts, but I want my pieces. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm very
like the
hard on
details.
myself with it.
I like the details a lot.
I'm very hard on myself because the thing is,
Details help.
because it's like, it's fucked up because like we were having a conversation earlier, man, where it was like about like how all the things now are very content driven, and I'm like, it's okay, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm a drop in the river.
Yeah.
I'm a deer in the
Yeah.
woods.
Mhm.
Bro, like, fucking, like, this is my drop, and whatever, if, like, you know what I mean, if somebody gets wet with the drop, it's fine. But, like, you know, man, like, you continue doing drops, like, but with fucking film, bro, you're creating your river. You're, like, like, it's a very private street, where it's like, this is like, it's like admiring like a certain section of like the Delaware Water Gap where like the sun is rising, it's beautiful, and you know what I mean, like, and you can feel that, and that's what cinema is, and that's the beauty of it, and it's the addition of all these drops together for you to fucking experience this one section where you believe that God is real. You know what I mean? Where can we find you on social media?
Dan Morales Pictures. I really need to change that name because I really don't like it. Hold on. I'll call him back in a second.
Dan Morales Pictures, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
It was a wonderful conversation.
I would love to continue the conversation. I would.
Like to continue
I would. So if you want to pause it, we can.
Okay.
But if you want to save this for another day, we could do that
Okay.
too.